8 Worst UK Tin Tuna Brands You Should Never Buy. Stop. Don't open that tuna can until you watch this. What if I told you that the tuna sitting quietly in your kitchen cupboard might not be as healthy as you think? That quick tuna sandwich. That healthy tuna salad. That cheap protein fix after the gym. It might be hiding poor quality fish, excessive salt, mystery oils, or even misleading labels. Now before you panic, not all tuna is bad. But some brands? They seriously cut corners. And today, we're exposing the 8 worst UK tin tuna brands you should never buy. This video is not about hate. It's about awareness. Because when you're feeding your family, your kids, or yourself, you deserve better than low-grade fish packed in salty water and questionable oil. Let's begin. Why tuna quality matters more than you think. Before we reveal the brands, let's understand something important. Most people buy tuna thinking, it's high in protein, it's healthy and lean, it's affordable, it's convenient, and yes, good tuna can be all those things. But bad tuna? Mushy texture, too much brine or oil, overly salty, fishy smell, brown or gray meat, poor sustainability, low actual tuna content. Some brands bulk up cans with water. Others use low-grade fish pieces instead of proper chunks. And some rely on heavy salt to hide poor freshness. And here's the worst part. Many people don't even realize the difference. Warning signs of low-quality tin tuna. Before we name names, here's what you should watch out for when buying tuna. 1. Too much liquid. If half your can is water or oil, you're paying for liquid, not fish. 2. Strong metallic smell. Fresh tuna should smell mild. If it smells overly fishy or metallic, that's a red flag. 3. Mushy or brown texture. Good tuna flakes nicely. Bad tuna turns into paste. For excessive salt, some cans contain shockingly high sodium levels. 5. Vague labeling. Fish pieces, instead of tuna chunks, that tells you something. Now let's get into the brands. 1. Brand number 1, Budget Saver Tuna, low-end supermarket value range. We're starting with the ultra-cheap, no-frills supermarket tuna, often labeled as value or basics. Now we get it, times are tough. Budget matters. But here's the problem, many customers report watery cans, extremely salty taste, broken flakes instead of chunks, grayish color. In some cases, once drained, you're left with a very small amount of actual tuna. You think you're saving money, but are you really? If half the can is brine, you're paying for salt water. And nutritionally? These budget options often have higher sodium, lower protein per 100 g, lower quality cut. Sometimes cheap becomes expensive when you consider what you're actually eating. 2. Brand number 2, oil-heavy tuna that tastes like cooking grease. Some brands pack tuna in sunflower oil, which sounds fine. But here's the issue. Instead of lightly preserving the fish, certain brands drown it. Consumers complain about overpowering oily taste, greasy texture, slimy feel. Tuna flavor completely masked. When you drain it, it still feels heavy and greasy. And if you're trying to eat healthy, that extra oil adds unnecessary calories. Tuna should taste clean and fresh, not like it came out of a deep fryer. 3. Brand number 3, chunks that are actually scraps. Ever opened a can labeled tuna chunks, only to find shredded bits that look like leftovers? Some lower-tier brands use small broken pieces, fish scraps pressed together, uneven texture. It may technically be tuna, but it's far from premium quality. Real chunks should hold shape, flake naturally, look firm and pink. When it looks like paste, that's usually lower grade. 4. Brand number 4, the oversalted nightmare. This one shocks people. Some tins contain nearly half your recommended daily salt intake in one can. Why does this happen? Salt is used to preserve, enhance flavor, mask lower quality fish, but too much salt raises blood pressure, makes tuna taste harsh, leaves you feeling bloated. If your mouth feels dry after eating it, that's a sign. Always check sodium levels per 100 g. You'd be surprised how different brands compare. Sustainability problems you should know about. Now let's talk about something serious. Not all tuna is responsibly sourced. Some brands fail to clearly state fishing method, ocean source, dolphin safe certification. Sustainability standards. Overfishing is a real problem. If a brand hides sourcing details, that's concerning. Good brands proudly show Pole and Line Court Master of Science certification, clear region labeling. Bad brands, vague labels and no transparency. And as consumers, we have power. 5. Brand number 5. The metallic tasting can. Have you ever tasted tuna that feels metallic? That strange tin-like aftertaste. Possible causes include low-grade lining inside cans, long storage, oxidation issues. While canned food is generally safe, poor quality packaging can affect flavor. If your tuna tastes like the can itself, that's not normal. The health illusion. Many people assume tuna is healthy, so any tuna is healthy. Not exactly. Some brands contain excess salt, low omega-3, cheap oil, low fish content. Quality tuna should be high protein, clean tasting, firm texture, minimal ingredients. Check the ingredients list. If it says more than tuna, water, salt, be cautious. 6. Brand number 6. The dry and chalky disaster on the opposite side of watery tuna. Some brands go extremely dry. When drained, the fish becomes powdery, chalky, hard to swallow. Why? Often overcooked during processing. Good tuna should be moist, not dust. 7. Brand number 7. Suspiciously cheap imported tins. If the price looks too good to be true, it might be. Some imported off-brand tuna products lack traceability, have unclear sourcing, offer inconsistent quality, and while not all imports are bad, transparency matters. If you can't tell where the fish came from, how it was caught, or who packed it, that's a risk. 8. Brand number 8. The healthy label that misleads. This one is clever. Some brands use big words like natural, light, healthy, choice, protein packed, but when you check the back, high sodium, cheap oil, tiny tuna portion. Marketing can be misleading. Always read the nutrition panel, not just the front. Most shoppers stand in the tuna aisle and do one simple thing: they compare price. 55 pence, 75 pence, £1 and 10 pence, £1 and 60 pence, and they think it's all tuna, right? Wrong. In this part, we're breaking down budget vs mid-range vs premium, protein differences, sodium differences, fish content differences, what you're really paying for, because the price tag doesn't tell the full story. Budget vs mid-range vs premium, what's the real difference? Let's break it down simply. Budget tuna usually higher water content, broken flakes, higher sodium, basic packaging, limited sourcing details. Once drained, sometimes you lose 25 to 35 of the weight. You think you bought 145 g. But after draining, much less actual fish. Mid-range tuna usually better texture, slightly lower sodium, clearer labeling, more consistent quality, still not perfect, but often more balanced. Premium tuna usually firm steak-style cuts, low salt, clear sustainability labels, better flavor, less water waste. You pay more, but you often get more actual tuna. And here's something most people never check: the drained weight trick. Look closely at the label. You'll see net weight, drained weight. Example: net weight 145 g, drained weight 102 g. That means 43 g is liquid. Some cheaper brands have shockingly low drained weight. So when comparing prices, always compare price per drained gram. That's the real value. The sodium comparison that might shock you. Here's where things get serious. Some budget tuna can contain 0.8 g to 1.2 g salt per 100 g. Now compare that with better options, 0.3 g to 0.5 g per 100 g. That's more than double. If you eat tuna regularly, sandwiches, pasta, salads, that salt adds up fast. High sodium intake is linked to high blood pressure, heart strain, water retention, and many people don't even taste how salty it is because they are used to it. The texture test: what quality tuna feels like. Let's talk about something simple. Texture. When you press good tuna with a fork, it flakes naturally, it holds structure, it looks pink or light beige. Low quality tuna falls apart into mush, looks grayish, feels watery or overly dry. Texture is one of the biggest giveaways of quality. Where is your tuna really coming from? Some cans proudly state Atlantic Ocean, Indian Ocean, Pole, Line Court, Master of Science certified. Others just produced for UK market. That's it. No ocean listed. No fishing method. No sustainability badge. Transparency matters. If a brand doesn't clearly state sourcing, ask why. Marketing tricks you should watch out for. Here are common phrases that sound impressive. High in protein, all tuna is. Natural, means very little legally. Light tuna, refers to species, not calories. Responsibly sourced, without proof. Flip the can. Ignore the front. Read the back. That's where the truth lives. Are expensive brands always better? Now here's something interesting. Not all expensive tuna is amazing. Some mid-high priced brands still use too much oil, add unnecessary flavorings, rely heavily on branding. Sometimes you're paying for fancy packaging, advertising, brand reputation, not always better fish. The key is balance, not just price. Health goals vs the tuna you're buying. If you're buying tuna for gym, high protein, you want high protein per 100 g, low sodium, water-packed. Heart health, you want low salt, good omega-3, minimal processing. Weight loss, you want tuna in spring water, low calorie, no added oil. But if you accidentally buy oily, salty tuna, it defeats the purpose. 3 types of tuna you should be extra careful with. 1. Flavored tuna, sweet chili, lemon mayo, spicy tomato. Often added sugar, added preservatives, high sodium. 2. Extremely cheap multipacks, tempting price, inconsistent quality. 3. Unknown imported brands, low traceability equals higher risk of poor standards. What about mercury? Let's address something important. All tuna contains some mercury. However, skipjack generally contains less than larger species. Clear labeling helps identify species. If a brand doesn't clearly state the type of tuna, that's not ideal. Moderation is key, especially for children and pregnant women. Hashtag what this means for families. If you're making tuna for kids' lunchboxes, family pasta nights, quick dinners, quality matters more. Children are more sensitive to high sodium contaminants, poor nutritional balance. Saving 30p isn't worth compromising quality. Quick comparison checklist, screenshot this. When choosing tuna, check drained weight, salt per 100 g, ingredients list, 3 or less is ideal. Fishing method, texture after opening, smell should be mild. If it fails 3 or more, consider switching brands. The big question: so, are all UK tuna brands bad? No. But some clearly cut corners. And now you know how to spot them. In part 3, we'll reveal what good tuna looks like, smart alternatives to tuna, the best buying strategy, and how to save money without